Hello learners, welcome to the studio of National Institute of Open Schooling. Myself Dr. Rajiv Prasad, Academic Officer, Chemistry, NIUS. Now let us welcome our guest Dr. Vijay Sarda sir. Welcome sir in the studio of NIUS.
Thank you very much.
Today we are going to discuss about solid state and different arrangement of atoms in the solid.
Yes, dear learners, today we will discuss some aspects of structures of solids. We have two types of solids. We can divide solids on the basis of properties. One are amorphous solids and crystalline solids. Now, we can see the samples. We have brought samples of amorphous and crystalline solids. This sample you can see there are two crystals. One is crystal of alum, the other one is crystal of cane sugar. So, these are examples of crystalline solids. And here we have another sample. In this sample we have shown the amorphous carbon, which is carbon black. It does not have any regular shape. You can see the difference between the shapes of the two types of solids, where arrangement of particles has been shown. That on the left hand side the arrangement of crystalline solid is shown. In both the cases we have taken the example of SiO2. In crystalline form it is quartz. In quartz you can see the arrangement of particles is regular and same pattern is observed everywhere. Whereas in amorphous form of silica, which is glass, you can see more or less similar pattern, but not as regular as in the case of quartz. Somewhere the particles are farther away, the gaps between rings are bigger, somewhere rings are smaller. Because of these differences, the properties of solids vary. The crystalline solids, their properties can be explained on the basis of the arrangement of particles. The particles are arranged in a geometric pattern which repeats in 3 dimensions. Each particle has a fixed position in the crystal. It can vibrate, but cannot move past its neighbors. That means, it will maintain its own position. Then it has high degree of order at a particular level, which leads to the macroscopic properties. Basically, the macroscopic properties are the precise geometrical shape, which we have seen in the crystals that we have demonstrated. Some crystals are shown here also. Pink tourmaline is shown, calcite crystal also has been shown. Crystalline solids have sharp melting points. Then come to amorphous solids. We can see the properties of amorphous solids. Just recapitulate. There is no long range order of particles in the amorphous solids. The arrangement around a particular point may appear to have some regular pattern, but this pattern does not repeat throughout the solid. For example, the elasticity of rubber and the tendency of glass to flow when subjected to stress over a long period of time demonstrate that particles are not fixed on their position. Very slowly they can change their positions. So, therefore, they have a tendency to flow, although very slowly. Amorphous solid materials have properties which are intermediate between those of liquids and solids. You can see the amorphous solid examples. For example, leatherite, of which purses, shoes and many material are made, and also the rubber plastics, they are all amorphous solids. Now, we will concentrate more on the properties of crystalline solids, and one more distinction between crystalline and amorphous solids is that crystalline solids, they tend to cleave. If we try to cut the surface, as you can see here, the new surface which is generated is smooth, shiny surface. This is known as cleavage property. On the other hand, if we take the amorphous solid like glass, and if we try to cut its surface, it shatters and breaks into small pieces. So, these are the main differences. Some more examples of crystalline solids are shown here: diamond, quartz and graphite. Now, we will try to explain the main properties of solids, which is the regular geometrical arrangement of particles, how that is attained. So, in solids, since we have seen that particles are very close to each other, so particles must be close packed. They are 3-dimensional structures. We will discuss this building up of this structure starting from close packing of particles in 1 dimension. In 1 dimension packing, we can see here, you can see these balls, they represent, each ball represents one particle, which will be molecule mostly. You can see these balls in one dimension. The only possible close packing is when they are arranged side by side, each ball touching the two neighboring balls. The coordination number of particle here is 2.
Yes, sir. One thing I would like to know, sir, what is the coordination number, sir?
Very good question. Coordination number is actually the number of closest neighbors of any particle with which it is in direct contact, that is, it is touching. For example, here if we take this particular particle, it is touching one particle on right side, one particle on the left side, its coordination number is 2. So, main features of the one dimensional packing are, there is only one possible arrangement, no other arrangement is possible, and secondly, the coordination number, which is one dimensional coordination number, is only 2. So, these are the main features of one dimensional packing. Now, come to two dimensional packing of particles. In two dimensional packing, once again we can make use of the balls and just have a look at the possible arrangements. We have already seen the one dimensional arrangement, that is a row of the particles which are just touching each other. So, we can build up several such rows, and if we join them together, we will get two dimensional arrangement. There are two possible two dimensional arrangement. One is that we place the second row in a way that particles of second row are directly in line with particles of the first row. So, they are all aligned. You can just see that particles of one row are exactly above the particles of the second row. Similarly, we can place a third row in similar fashion, and again you can see that these particles, they align with each other. This is one possible arrangement. In this arrangement, you can see there is lot of free space available. There is not very efficient kind of packing. Packing is called square close packing. You can see the arrangement, same arrangement which we obtained through balls is shown here in the drawing. All the particles are aligned, in each row is aligned with the second row, particles are in a row, and if we join the centers of particles, we can get a square. So, this therefore, the name is called square close packing. Now, in square close packing, the efficiency is low and the coordination number is 4. You can see that each particle in the entire arrangement is surrounded by 4. You can just watch, this arrow is moving. The central particle, it is touching one particle on the top, the other one on the left, the third one on the right, and the fourth one below this. So, it is touching 4 particles, therefore, coordination number here is 4. The second possible arrangement of close packing, two dimensional close packing, is hexagonal close packing. Once again, we will take help of the balls. We can now place the rows in staggered position. You can see that this first row, second row I am placing not one ball above the other, but ball of second row fit into depressions of the bottom layer. So, now there are less spaces. I have placed a third row also. Now, you can see particles are closer to each other as compared to the earlier arrangement. And here you can always see that around each central particle there are 6 particles. For example, this is central particle, it is surrounded by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. If we join the centers of these 6 particles, we get a regular hexagon. Therefore, the name hexagonal two dimensional close packing. Coordination number is also 6 because each particle is touching 6 surrounding particles. We can see the same arrangement of these hexagonal close particles here in the drawing. Similar arrangement has been shown. You can see the geometry more clearly here. Now, we can just compare the two types of two dimensional close packing. This square close packing. The square packing main features are not most space efficient. There is lot of free space. Hexagonal close packing, here you can see the shape of the hexagon very clearly, and this packing is much more efficient. The free spaces are very few, very less. Now, let us come to 3 dimensional close packing. How can we build 3 dimensional close packing? That we started with 1 dimension, joined the rows, we got a plane. if we make layers of particles, either making square close pack layers or hexagonal close pack layers, and then place one layer over the other, we will get 3-dimensional arrangement. So, that gives rise to 2 possible types of arrangements starting from 2 different types of 2-dimensional packings. If we start from hexagonal close packing, there are 2 possibilities. We get the hexagonal close packing and cubic close packing or face centered cubic packing. The main features of this is that both these packings, 3-dimensional arrangements, are equally efficient. Their coordination number is 12. Let us see this kind of packing with the help of balls. One layer has been made by joining 3 different rows. Then we have second layer also. I can place the second layer above the first. If I do it like this, you can see that ball of second layer is coming into depression of the first. In that case, arrangement is staggered. If I do that, you can see that balls of bottom layer are not completely covered by the top layer, they are staggered. Somewhere you can see there are holes, you can see that holes from the close up, one can see there are gaps. I can just pass some small object through this. So, there are gaps, gap of one layer is exactly above the gap of the second layer. Here effectively 3 spheres of one layer, they come over 3 spheres of the second layer. So, gap over gap. Second arrangement is that gaps in the first layer, they are covered by sphere of the second layer. Now, if I try to pass this small object through the hole, I can't pass it through and through, it is stopped by the sphere of the second layer. These 2 arrangements can be shown by taking small pieces. These, for example, represent 3 spheres of first layer. If I place second layer above this, the sphere of second layer will come and occupy the middle gap. So, from side you can see the arrangement is like this, that 3 spheres, there is depression in between. I place second layer in a way that one of its sphere comes and occupies this. This one possible arrangement. Second possible arrangement is that 3 spheres of second layer, they come above the 3 spheres of the first, but the gap is not completely covered, they are in staggered position. So, you can see these are 2 possible arrangements. So, whenever we take 2 layers, these 2 arrangements arise automatically. Somewhere gaps come above the gap of the bottom layer, somewhere sphere of top layer come above the gap of the bottom layer. Now, if we place the third layer above this, the third layer we can make like this from this and place the other 3. Now, there are 2 possible arrangements. The third layer can be placed in a way that the third layer is similar to the first layer. For example, this kind of arrangement. In this kind of arrangement, you can see that this one layer, second layer the arrangement is different, the third layer the arrangement is different. In this case, you can see the alternate layers are similar. We can see the same arrangement in the with the help of diagram also. Here you can see 3 different layers have been shown. Here bottom layer has been given name A. The layer above that has slightly different configuration, it is called layer B. The third layer has the same configuration as the first layer, it is again given the name A. So, every alternate layer has similar configuration. So, only 2 names are given. This type of packing is called AB, AB, AB kind of packing. This results in what we call hexagonal close packed structure. This is the direction of the packing indicated by the arrow, and this is the side view of different layers. You can see the bottom layers of orange spheres, the second layer blue spheres, their positions are not above the bottom layer. So, it has been given different name, bottom layer is called A, second layer is called B. Third layer, which is green, it is exactly in line with the first layer, again given the same label A. Fourth layer is similar to second layer. So, first, third, fifth, these layers are identical, second, fourth, sixth, these layers are identical, therefore, AB kind of packing. Now, hexagonal closed pack structure can be seen more clearly with the another kind of models used. Here you can see 4 layers, and first and third these layers are identical. You can see they are just one above the other. Similarly, second and fourth are one above the other. From top, if we look at the same structure, the arrangement will look something like this, in which you can see that these layers, the one red layer is shown since one lies immediately on top of the other. Same applies to the blue. So, only one red and one blue, only 2 orientations are possible.
One important question arises here, sir. What is the coordination number of each atom in this arrangement?
In this, the coordination number is 12. How does this number 12 come? We can see again with the help of these spheres. The central sphere surrounds 6 spheres in the same layer, and if we place the second layer, 3 spheres of this will also touch the central sphere, and 3 spheres of the layer on the other side, they will also touch. So, 3 spheres on one side, 3 spheres on the other side, and 6 spheres on the same layer. So, in total each central sphere touches 12 spheres, therefore, coordination number is 12. The alternate arrangement of these layers, same 3 layers, can be when we can have a look at the slide. We now have 3 different arrangements of layers. Bottom layer, first layer, second layer is staggered, third layer is still staggered. It is not repetition of the first layer. Only the fourth layer is similar to first layer. So, here we call 3 types of arrangements, 3 types of layers, A, B and C, and the pattern repeats ABC, ABC, ABC. Repetition of this pattern you can see from the direction of packing, and from the top you can clearly see side view. This is one layer, second layer is different, third layer is different, fourth layer is identical to the first. This kind of arrangement results in cubic close packing of the structure. Now, this can structure, similar structure we can see more clearly with another kind of picture where 3-dimensional models have been used. You can see the 3 layers, first, second, third layer, they are different from each other as far as their configurations are concerned. Only the top layer, which is fourth, is just similar to the bottom layer. So, it is ABC, and after that layer A, which is shown on the top. Now, if we see the same arrangement from the top, we can see 3 different arrangements. One has been shown by red color hexagons, second by green color, and third by blue. So, blue, green and red, they show 3 different coordination, 3 different arrangements of layers, which on repeating produce this cubic close structure. Now, when these layers stack one above the other, the voids are generated, holes are generated.
What is the meaning of voids here, sir?
Void is a free space surrounded by particles which are close packed. We see that howsoever close the particles may come, there will always be some free space. So, space is called void. Depending upon the shape of the void, we classify them as octahedral and tetrahedral. We can understand the shape of voids again with the help of these balls. The octahedral void is generated when 3 spheres of the bottom layer which have depression in between. Second layer arrangement is such that its 3 spheres come, none of them fits into depression, but void in the second layer comes above the void in the first layer. So, you can see here that there is a gap between the 2 layers. You can see this gap is there. This void is called octahedral void. It is surrounded by 6 spheres, 3 yellow, 3 orange color. Shape of this void can be seen by if we change the orientation like this. In this orientation, 4 spheres are in the same plane. They make a square. 1 sphere above this, 1 below this. If we join these top and bottom to corners of the square, we get a regular octahedron. Therefore, name of the void is called octahedral void. So, this void has been shown in the slide here. You can see the same arrangement of 6 balls here, and second type of voids which are generated in the same lattice are tetrahedral voids. Formation of tetrahedral voids can be again seen with the help of these balls. If we look at the balls, these are 3 spheres of one layer, 1 sphere of second layer comes and fits into the depression. Now the space which is occupied by 4 spheres, this void is called tetrahedral void. Why it is called tetrahedral void? If we place it like this, the base is a regular equilateral triangle. One sphere is above this. If we join this sphere's corner with the centers of these 3 spheres, it will make a regular tetrahedron. So this void, which is surrounded by 4 spheres, has a geometry of tetrahedron, therefore called tetrahedral void. Now this can be seen more clearly with the help of pictures. You can see in the slide we have shown the tetrahedral voids. These tetrahedral voids are formed between 3 atoms or 3 particles in one layer and a single particle coming immediately above this or below this. It can come again, this gap between 3 spheres can be covered from front as well as bottom. So in all, if we take this kind of arrangement, 2 tetrahedral voids will be formed, one above this, one below this. These are kind of different kinds of voids. Tetrahedral voids, again you can see the top view in the diagram, you can clearly see. Here you can see the arrangement of tetrahedrons is different. Somewhere the single sphere particle is on the top, 3 are at the bottom. You can see 1, 2, 3, the corner was. But in the middle one, arrangement is opposite. The single particle is in the lower layer, 3 spheres of the top layers are coming. So we have 2 types of tetrahedral voids, their orientations are opposite to each other. So alternate arrangement is there. Now in face centered cubic lattice, which is formed by the ABC kind of arrangement, we can see these voids. You can see the green color pipes, they show the presence of octahedral void in the middle of the unit cell. The white spheres, they show the face centered cubic arrangement, and the green pipes, they show the shape of the octahedron. Here 2 unit cells have been shown, one above the other, and 2 octahedral voids are present at the middle of each of the unit cells. In addition to this, octahedral voids are also present on the edges of the face centered cubic cell. Here you can see that green octahedrons, they are on the edge of each unit cell. Each unit cell, the top one, if you see, we can see 1, 2 and 3 octahedrons, one will be behind this, which is not visible. So there are 4 octahedrons in the top unit cell, 4 octahedrons in the bottom unit cells. In all there are 8 octahedral voids which are on the edge. Similarly, other octahedrons are not shown, but actually octahedrons, you can see in the next picture that at the center of each edge there will be 1 octahedron. So this is more clear representation because only 1 octahedron has been shown, so you can see it clearly. So in each face centered cubic unit cell, 1 octahedral void lies in the middle of the cell, middle of the unit cell. In addition, there are 12 edges. At the center of each of the 12 edges, we have octahedral void of the type that you have seen in the last picture. So there are 12 such voids here, but these voids on the edges, they are shared between adjoining unit cells. Each edge is shared by between 4 unit cells. So effectively, out of 12 octahedral voids, only 1/4, 3 octahedral voids belong to particular unit cell. This along with 1 octahedral void in the middle makes total of 4 octahedral voids in 1 unit cell of the face centered cubic cell. Tetrahedral voids in each unit cell, there are 8 tetrahedral voids. So number of tetrahedral voids is double. You can see the octahedral voids in the rock salt, that is sodium chloride structure from the top, the one you can see in the middle, then on the centers of each edge, only vertical edges have been taken, they have been shown. Tetrahedral voids similarly here they are shown that in the each unit cell there are tetrahedral voids, there are 8 of them. This in the diagram you can see it, these green colored lines, they represent 1 tetrahedron, and in fact each red atom is present in 1 such void. So tetrahedral voids, this another view of the tetrahedral voids in the sodium chloride or rock salt structure. So this is about all we wanted to discuss today the packing of particles. We discuss one dimensional close packing, then how two dimensional packing can be obtained from there, two possible arrangements, square close packing, hexagonal close packing, and from two different types of the two dimensional packings we get three varieties of three dimensional packings, and square close packing gives rise to only simple cubic three dimensional arrangement, and the hexagonal close packing in two dimension gives rise to two three dimensional packings. One is hexagonal close pack structure and second one is cubic close pack structure, CCP.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I am sure that the students will get clear picture about the structure of solid. Thank you.
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने।
अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने।
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने।
धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो, धन साधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो।
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो।
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े वे विषय की लोच से युक्त हो।
मित्रों हम उठे और जागे,
मंजिल आने की ध्वनि सुने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने।
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने राहों को आलोकित करने।
राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विद्यालय का है द्वार खुला सबकी खातिर। शिक्षा परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों मिलता फिर।
शिक्षा और परीक्षा का अवसर एक बार ही क्यों